Tonight you are about to hear 10 true camping horror stories that will ruin your next trip forever. These are stories from real people, real forests, real nights, and things that were never supposed to be out there with them. Because once the fire dies, once the light disappears, you are not alone anymore. Before we start, if you love true horror and want more real stories every week, hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell right now. It really helps the channel and lets me keep bringing you darker and darker stories. Now turn off the lights, get comfortable, and let us begin. Story 1. The footsteps outside my tent. Last summer I decided to go camping alone for the first time. I wanted peace and quiet, just me, the trees, and a small fire. The trail was empty and the air smelled like pine and dirt. It felt perfect. By the time the sun went down, the forest became silent in a way that felt heavy. No cars, no people, not even insects. Just wind moving through the branches. I zipped myself into my tent and tried to sleep. Around midnight I woke up to a soft crunch, like someone stepping on dry leaves. I held my breath and listened. Crunch. Another step. It was slow and careful, circling my tent. My heart started pounding so loud I thought whoever was outside could hear it. The footsteps stopped right next to my head. Then I heard breathing. Slow, wet breathing, inches from the fabric. Something brushed the side of the tent. The nylon pushed inward like a hand was pressing against it. Then the zipper moved. Just a tiny pull. I whispered hello, hoping it was another camper. The breathing stopped instantly. Complete silence. I grabbed my flashlight and flicked it on nothing. No one. Just trees. In the morning, I found a muddy handprint on the side of my tent. I never went camping alone again. Story 2. Something was pretending to be my friend. My friend and I went hiking deep into the woods for a weekend trip. We set up camp near a creek and spent the evening talking and laughing. After dark, he said he needed to use the bathroom and walked into the trees with a flashlight. A few minutes later I heard him call my name. It sounded normal at first, but it was coming from the wrong direction. He had walked left, but the voice came from the right. He called my name again, exactly the same tone. Then suddenly my real friend walked back into camp from the left side. I asked him why he was messing with me. He said he had not said anything. Right then we both heard it. His voice. From the trees. Calling my name again. We packed everything and left at 2 in the morning without sleeping. Story 3. The ranger who never worked there. I arrived at the campground very late at night. A park ranger came out of the office to greet me. He looked older, maybe in his 60s, wearing a faded uniform. He warned me not to wander too far and told me strange things happened after dark. He smiled in a way that made me uncomfortable. The next morning I went to the office to thank him. The woman at the desk looked confused. She said there were no night rangers. She showed me a staff photo wall. One picture froze my blood. It was him. Same face, same uniform. But the date under the photo said 1987. Story 4. The missing tent. My family camp at a busy campground. A tent went up next to ours late at night. We heard people laughing, cooking, and talking. It sounded like a group of friends having fun. In the morning we woke up and their tent was gone. Not packed up, gone. No tire tracks, no footprints, no ashes from their fire. The ground looked untouched, like no one had ever been there. But we all heard them. Every single one of us. Story 5. Do not answer the whistle. When we were kids, We camped near the woods behind our town. Late at night we heard someone whistling from deep in the trees. One of my friends whistled back as a joke. The whistle repeated, closer this time. He whistled again. Suddenly the same whistle came from behind us. Then another from the left. Then the right. It was surrounding us. My friend swore he saw pale faces between the trees. We ran all the way home. The whistling followed us until we reached the streetlights. Then it stopped. If you are still listening, you are braver than most people. Comment right now that you would never camp alone. And remember to like and subscribe because the next stories only get worse. Story 6. The camera that recorded all night. My cousin left his action camera running all night to capture wildlife. In the morning we watched the footage. At 3:12 in the morning something walked past the firelight. It was tall and thin. Too thin. It stopped and looked directly into the camera. It did not blink. It did not move. It just stared for 17 minutes straight. Then it slowly crouched and disappeared. We found no footprints anywhere. Story 7. The knock on the RV door. My parents were camping in the desert in their RV. Around 3 in the morning there was a knock on the door. A gentle, polite knock. Then a woman said, "Help me." My dad checked the window. Nothing. Just darkness. The voice moved to the back of the RV. Then on the roof. Scratching sounds dragged across the metal. They did not open the door. In the morning long claw marks covered the roof. Story 8. We found someone else's campsite. My friends and I stumbled onto a campsite that looked recently used. The fire was still warm. Food was half eaten. Sleeping bags were open. But nobody was there. A phone lay on the ground recording a voice memo. We played it. It was heavy breathing, running footsteps, then a scream, then silence. We left immediately. Story 9. My dog would not stop growling. I took my dog camping with me. All night he stared into the woods and growled low in his throat. He refused to sleep. I shined my flashlight into the trees and saw 2 eyes reflecting back. They were too high to be any animal I knew. Whatever it was stood upright. It stepped behind a tree and never came out the other side. My dog never went near woods again. Story 10. The thing outside the firelight. A group of us were camping together, laughing around the fire. As the night went on, the darkness felt thicker. One friend suddenly asked if anyone else saw that. Just beyond the firelight something was standing there, tall, thin, still. Watching us. Every time the fire got lower, it looked closer. So we kept feeding the fire. Wood after wood. Finally we ran out. The flames died. Total darkness swallowed us. Then we heard footsteps slowly circling. Breathing. Something ran between us and the trees. We jumped into our cars and drove away, leaving everything behind. We never went back for our gear. Because, whatever that thing was, it was not afraid of us. It was waiting. So tell me, which story scared you the most? The footsteps, the voice, or the thing outside the firelight? If you were camping tonight, and you heard one slow step outside your tent, would you look, or pretend you did not hear it? Comment your answer below. I read every single one. And if you want more true horror every week, like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Because next time, the stories get even darker. Sweet dreams.